Hello there, amazing viewers and subscribers, and welcome to a brand new Doctor Who Big Finish review. For this Big Finish review, I am reviewing the second Doctor box set, aka Beyond the War Games. I haven't got the second box set yet with Fraser Hines and Michael Troughton, but I have got this one and I have listened to it, which is absolutely brilliant. So I'm literally going to put Beyond the War Games facing there so you can see it on the side. So, Beyond the War Games, what can I tell you about this fantastic Big Finish box set? Well, it's absolutely fantastic. It begins the Season 6B kind of theory with the Doctor basically being pulled out of time by the Time Lord's CAI, the Time Lord Insurrectional company thing. Can't remember what it's called, sorry. I have it down here. The Celestials, that's it. The Time Lord's Celestial, where they kind of want the Doctor to go and do a mission for them, but they pull him out of time. And he meets a Time Lord called Raver, pretending to be human at one point. I love the fact we've got all these time windows, which is kind of damaging. And then one of the human characters kind of get turned into a Dalek. Because the point where the Time Lord, aka Ravens, put the Doctor is basically after the offense of the evil of the Daleks, where basically the Daleks have gone insane and they're shooting around where the Dalek Emperor is because the Doctor has basically infected the Daleks with the human factor, which is absolutely brilliant. I also love the fact that the second Doctor kind of sees like little bits of echoes into his future, because you kind of got like a few scenes from Spare from Space with the Doctor meeting the Brigadier. And, of course, where he goes, that's Lethbridge Stewart, I recognise that. And then, of course, when he sees his future self, he goes, oh, no, is that what I become like? Wearing all frills and capes? Michael Troughton's performance as the second Doctor is absolutely mind-boggling. I absolutely enjoy it. If anything, I think Michael Troughton should actually come and play the second Doctor for a multi-Doctor episode, because when I was looking at the images that's been put on for these releases as like a little behind-the-scenes thing, he looks so much like Patrick Troughton, Michael Troughton does. And I think out of the two Troughton brothers, which is basically David Troughton and Michael Troughton looks more closer to Patrick Troughton than David Troughton does, which I do quite enjoy. The Time Lords itself, I think, are very good. I love the fact how they kind of just pull the Doctor out from mid-regeneration. And, of course, to try and get the Doctor to behave, they're just threatening to pop him back and let the regeneration take course. Which, again, I really like the way how the second Doctor has no choice but to work for the Time Lords, because if he doesn't, we will return you back to your own time zone and you have to regenerate. Which is actually something I thought, yeah, actually, I can actually see them threatening the second Doctor with this. And of course, the second Doctor is going to go along with it because he actually didn't want to regenerate, especially when he was trying to stand up to the Time Lords. Which is one thing I do quite enjoy this story. The first part of it is basically called The Final Beginning, where basically it begins off, as I just said, with the Time Lord sending the Doctor on a mission for him to basically appoint on Scarrow's time after the human factor was infected to the Daleks, which is kind of good. The fact that the Doctor does have to become an agent for the Celestials, the Time Lord Celestial Agency. I love the fact that just plays into it really, really well and fantastically well. I love the echoes to Pertwee's era, that the Doctor can see like a little window to his future and he knows what he's going to come like, and basically with the Brigadier, especially when he has the references, goes, are you not the Doctor like I met doing the Yeti business? And before that, the Cybermen. I really do enjoy that. I really do like that, the way that just calls into it. The second story of this set is actually called The Wrath of the Ice Warriors. It's an interesting 4-part story. I'm going to be 100% here with you. I flipping love it. Nicholas Briggs gets the Ice Warriors really down to their teeth. I absolutely love it. I think the Ice Warriors are fantastic in this one. I love the fact how basically the Doctor has been on a mission for the Time Lords, and the TARDIS materializes above Jupiter and he sees the Ice Warrior fleet. So then he goes to have to go and basically go back to Earth, like do a emergency landing onto Earth, find out that basically Ice Warriors crash landed on Earth. He's got Unit working, he's helping Unit work this one out, which is absolutely a fantastic little thing I love about the story, because it's really good. I mean, the actor that plays the Brigadier, aka John Closestraw, He really gets the Brigadier really, really nailed to teeth. I love him in the Third Doctor Adventures with Tim Trailer. I've only got 2 of them, and the Brigadier is absolutely brilliant in them. He does a perfect voice. I know he's in 42, but unfortunately I haven't really listened to that one because I really wanted to get 41 first before I dive in to 42. So I'm going to listen to them 2 back to back some point. That is the plan, listen to them 2 back to back. I actually quite enjoy the fact that the Brigadier does meet the Ice Warriors in audio. It's absolutely brilliant. I also love the fact how the Doctor's on a mission for the Time Lords. I think it's a whopping, amazing story. I quite enjoy what's been going on through the whole thing with the Doctor being put on, basically becoming an agent for the Time Lords. It really does kind of work around between the 3 Doctors and the 2 Doctors. I'm not 100% sure on the 5 Doctors, if the 2nd Doctor's basically living through the season 6B kind of time period, that point where he goes and breaks the laws of time by basically going to meet the Brigadier. I would like to think that is part of the Series 6B theory, because I do like the Series 6B theory of the 2nd Doctor having to do missions for the Time Lords before he goes off to regenerate into his next incarnation. So yeah, Doctor Who Beyond the War Games. So what do I think of it? Well, I really think it is a fantastic box set. I do highly recommend you to get it because, again, it does follow on. It's very well follows on from the War Games. Basically, with that ending where you got the Doctor like swirling out of the screen, where they're swirling around with no face, where he goes, "Stop, you're making me giddy." Well, no, you can't do this to me. No. Again, it really does play into that really well, and I love the fact how this Time Lords, the Celestial Time Lords, basically pull the Doctor out of time and try and get him to basically behave himself and do missions for them, because they were actually listening to the Doctor's trial, and they actually played the Doctor's words for him. Goes, "While you have been observing the evil in the galaxy, I have been fighting against it." I really love the way how they just played that back to the Doctor, and the Doctor goes, "Oh yes, of course." So that he's got to do these missions for these Time Lords, and of course, I do like the woman who's playing Raven. I think she's actually quite interesting. Michael Troughton's performance is absolutely brilliant. Out of this whole box set, I can imagine Troughton. I don't hear him. I actually hear Patrick Troughton's voice. It's so similar to Patrick Troughton. It's literally like done so well. I mean, so far for the Troughton one, I've actually only listened to Fraser Hines doing his voice for Troughton's Doctor. I actually think this is spot on for Troughton. I absolutely do enjoy it, and I'm looking forward to diving into more box sets with Michael Troughton as the 2nd Doctor, taking over the role from his father. I would actually be interested to see him come back in a TV series, like saying multi-Doctor story on episode, like for the TV series, and then you kind of have the 2nd Doctor being played by Patrick Troughton's son. I really think that'd be interesting. If you have listened to Beyond the War Games, let me know in the comments, what do you think of it? Is it the ones that, do you think it's brilliant like I do? I actually think it is absolutely brilliant, or do you hate it? For me to quickly give this audio a bit of a ranking, well, it is a whopping 10 out of 10. I do think it's a 10 out of 10. I actually quite enjoyed it. I like the Ice Warriors in it. I like the fact that you've got the Daleks and the Doctors being pulled out of time, but the Time Lords do a mission for them and become one of their agents. I really think that's quite good. So yeah, Doctor Who Beyond the War Games is definitely a 10 out of 10 story. Quite enjoyable. So yeah, thank you for watching this review. Please do like, subscribe and share, and enjoy for more awesome Doctor Who content.